Good morning, students. Today we'll start second part of the story, The Midnight Visitor. In the first part, we came to know that there was a writer came to meet the secret agent Oswald, and initially finds it boring to meet with him, but finally there was a twist in the story, and there came someone in the room, and the room that was locked, but there was in advance there was someone in the room. And the person called Max, another secret agent, was also after his life for that very important document. And he just without much talk, he starts demanding about that paper. So, with this juncture, the story ends, and we'll start the next part of the story today in the final video. So, Oswald moved to an armchair and sat down heavily. Means Oswald just in a very heavy means in a relaxed mood, he just sat on the chair and he said, I'm going to raise the devil with the management this time. Means I'm going to raise, means I'm going to put this question, I'm going to raise this problem, the boys against the management, and you can bet on it, he said grimly. So he said that this time I'm going to write or I'm going to say to management some complaint about something. And he says, this is the second time in month that somebody has got into my room through that nuisance of a balcony. So nuisance of a balcony, nuisance is kind of problem, headache, and he starts pointing out to one thing, the balcony in the story. The balcony episode is very prominent in the story, so he talks about balcony. Even Max, the new arrival, has no idea about balcony, but he intentionally starts talking about balcony. Possible, I'm talking about. Fowler's eyes went to the single window of the room, and Fowler, the writer, could see towards that window. Maybe that was only balcony. It was an ordinary window, again, which was now the night was pressing blackly. And through that balcony, means through that balcony, you can see, means there was all dark night outside. Balcony, Max said with a rising inflection. Inflection in tone. Inflection means just rising tone. No, a pass key. Means Max told him that he did not enter through the balcony, but he entered with the help of a pass key. Means he had a private master key. You know that thief, such kind of keys they have. They open any lock with their key. So that is that master key, private key he wanted to say. So he said that Max told him to possible that he entered not through balcony but through his door only because he had a master key. I did not know about the balcony. It might have saved me some trouble had I known. Means had I known it, it's again a conditional sentence. Had I known this, I would have come through balcony, not through the route or opening the door with taking a risk of opening it with private key. It's not my balcony, Oswald said. Oswald said with extreme irritation and shows that means he tried to change the topic. He tried to change the topic of paper from the topic to balcony. And it belonged to the next apartment. He glanced explanatorily at the Fowler. You see, he said, this room used to be part of a large unit, and the next room through that door there used to be the living room. Means he tells the all cook and bull story about the balcony episode that this is not my balcony, it's someone's, but the balcony proved to be a headache for him because anyone would enter through that balcony in his room, and he said that it has happened second time. It was truth or not, we'll find it out finally. And that's why he said that this time I will raise the management with this time, means I will put the question in front of management just to close this balcony for me. That is what actually he wanted to speak. Last month the management promised to block it off, means last month the management promised him to block the route from that balcony to close it, but they haven't. That's why he said this. So, is it reality or did he cook a new story? We'll find it later on. Max glanced at Fowler, who was standing stiffly not far from Oswald, and waved the gun with a commanding gesture. Please sit down, he said. We have a wait of half an hour, I think. So Max looked at Fowler and asked him to sit also. 31 minutes, Oswald said moodily. The means stiffly means in a very strict manner. The appointment was for 12:30. I wish I knew how you learned about the report. So he said to Max that he wanted to know how Max could know about the report that the person means Oswald was containing keeping that report. The little spy smiled evilly. Evil means something wrong. Smile was not a very genuine smile. It was a evil kind of smile. That's why it is written. So, and we wish we knew how your people got the report, but no harm has been done. I will get it back tonight. Who is that? Who is at the door? Fowler jumped at the sudden, and Max asked about that report, but in between what happened, there was some thumping at the door. That's why Max asks, who is at the door? Fowler jumped. Fowler means the writer, and he was not knowing all this episode. So he jumped at the sudden knocking at the door. Oswald just smiled. He just smiled. Oswald, maybe Oswald knew about this. That will be the police, he said. I thought that such an important paper as the one we are waiting for should have a little extra protection. And I told them to check on me to make sure everything was all right. And now Oswald said that the person who is beating the door may be police because he himself informed them that he was carrying a very important paper and definitely people may search for it. His life may be at risk. So he put it in the notice of Fowler and most importantly Max that it may be police outside the door, and he informed police to make keep checking on him. Max bit his lip nervously, and you can see in this line that Max was little nervous now. The knocking was repeated. What will you do now, Max? Oswald asked. If I do not answer the door, they will enter anyway. The door is unlocked, and they will not hesitate to shoot. And definitely the door was not locked. And now the ball was in the court of Oswald. So Oswald said that the door is not locked even, and if I will not answer them, they will definitely enter in the room because he had advancedly told them that his life may be risk. So keep on patrolling at that area. So now Max was not in very confident gesture, and you can see that Oswald's voice is little more confident. Max's face was black with anger as he backed swiftly towards the window. Back means just go to means with the help of back portion. And he swung a leg over the sill. Sill means that is the portion, the place where you can see in the image also. Sill is actually a stone, a pulpit where you can put your leg or you can sit. So that is sill. It's a kind of stone. Send them away, he warned. I will wait on the balcony. Send them away, or I will shoot and take my chances. Take my chances means I will take my chance. I will take what I have to do. I will shoot you both, and I will take my papers by on my own. So it's better for you. You send them away. So without any warfare, I can take the paper. The knocking at the door became louder, and a voice was raised. Mr. Oswald, Mr. Oswald. So this way, the voice was coming from outside. Now you can see in the picture the the way he raised his revolver towards them, and he put his leg over the sill. That is the sill portion you can see, keeping his body twisted so that his gun still covered the fat man and his guest. Fat man, Oswald, and guest again, Fowler. The man at the window grasped the frame with his free hand to support himself. Then he swung his other leg up and over the window sill. Means the man who was holding the revolver in the image in the picture you can see, he put both of his legs there and he without his taking a big support because with one hand he had actually mm, just raised the revolver toward these people. So definitely he put all the load on his legs. The doorknob turned swiftly, means very quickly. Max pushed with his left hand to free himself from the sill and dropped to the balcony. And then, as he dropped, he screamed once very shrilly. Shrilly means in a very high pitched tone. Means it's a very serious line here. He dropped, he screamed once only, shrilly. Something wrong must have happened with him. The door opened and a waiter stood there with a tray, a bottle, and two glasses. Here is the drink you ordered for when you returned, he said, and set the tray on the table, deftly uncorked. Uncorked means opened it, cork means it's a kind of lid, cork, and left the room. White faced Fowler. Fowler was quite white faced. White faced means quite nervous. There's no blood on his face, so white faced, quite pale, out of nervousness. But he stammered. Stammered means could not speak well. The police? There were no police. Oswald sighed. With a heavy breath, he said, there is no police. Only Henry, whom I was expecting. So Henry also played a very important role here. Henry is a waiter here, and he had come with a drink to Oswald. He knocked the room. Oswald knew it was Henry, but he told Max that it could be the police. So to save himself, Max jumped out of the window. Thus, Henry helped Oswald to get rid of him. Okay. But won't that man out on the balcony? Fowler again. Fowler began to say, not again, sorry. Fowler said, but what about that man? That man who has hid himself in balcony, will he come to attack us or not? And Mr. Oswald said very confidently, no, he won't return. You see, my young friend, there is no balcony. Means there is no window, no balcony, but he himself cooked the story of balcony just to dodge him. And what happened? We came to know of it when Henry jumps out of the window. He gives a loud scream when he finds nothing under his feet, and Oswald himself says that there is no balcony finally. Means he cooked the story of balcony and made him believe that there is a balcony, and this way the person, his enemy Max, jumped and he was successful. And Oswald, this way he makes himself free from his enemy. He makes Max believe that there is a balcony below the window of his room. He says that one earlier also a man entered from that way. So this all story actually made him believe. Just then they hear a knock, and then the story is in front of you. He make him frightened as the police may be outside. He jumps onto the balcony to hide himself, but there was no balcony. So Oswald knows that the fall will definitely kill Max. Thus he gets rid of his enemy. So this way the story tells that how what sort of master he Oswald was. Though he looks very ordinary person, but he proves himself perfect for his job, and the job was of a spy. Fine. So this is we call it presence of mind. He did not get nervous when the person came in his room, threatens him for the paper. He did not give him paper or got frightened. He did not lose his heart even. He just applied his common sense. He asked his waiter earlier to come at that particular time, and that particular time was also time for Max. So he planned it so well that he called waiter as police people, and the thumping was repeated again and again. Someone was calling his name, Osibal, Osibal. He said that it might be police. And this way he does very smartly to his enemy. And the writer, Fowler, who had come to write about the life of a spy, he got a perfect story for his writing. So you must have enjoyed the chapter. Thank you. You all are expected to do the NCRT exercise in your fair copy. Thank you.